Hey guys, so welcome to my first video. This is kind of weird. Today's gonna be a sketchbook tour. My friend thought it would be cool if I showed you guys some of my sketchbooks that I worked on while I was in college. So here's one. In case you're wondering, I went to a 2-year school. Here's another one, and then actually I think this one came first, but I'm not really sure. They're really rough. Well, I actually wrote the date. That's good. Okay, so I think this one came first, so we'll start with this one first. Excuse me for everything. Okay, so yeah, we'll start with this sketchbook first. Hopefully you guys can see. I swear I'm not a brutal person or violent. I don't know why my sketchbooks look like this. They just have a hard life like everyone else. So yeah, this is the beginning. Okay, so this is the first one because this was back when I was working at my first job ever, when I was I don't know what they call it. I just worked at a frozen yogurt shop. So these are notes from when I was working at this frozen yogurt shop. Don't mind that. So yeah, I wanted to do this thing I saw before where you kind of like, you start out with the date and end it, but obviously past me was like, I don't care, or I forgot. So yeah, it's around the time Undertale was already a big thing, and I wanted to do what I do best, try to follow the fad. You see a lot of pages where it starts off as a sketch and it kind of ends with nothing. They're supposed to be original characters from a story I was planning. With kissing, because I've never practiced that because I am a potato that doesn't like to show or let known that I show affection. So yeah, more character stuff. Wow, I don't even remember doing a lot of this stuff. This is kind of cool. I don't know if you can see that well. I think I was feeling sad, and that's why it says maybe one day I'll just float away. And honestly, I'm feeling that way now, but to be continued. I did the gang from 16 because I thought they were neat. Some more character concepts. Some cool big sketches. So. I wish I had more to say. I don't really know what to say. This is something I made when I was thinking about creating my own video game, which would be horror, of course, because I love horror. So yeah, here are more character sketches. I'm getting down because I'm tired of standing. So yeah, her name was Celine, and these were just little notes I wrote on her. More sketches, more notes, ideas for drawing. I don't even know if I'm going to leave this audio in. I might just edit it out if I have the skills for that. Yeah. Honestly, I never really cared for my sketchbooks. I think this was during the time when I felt my sketchbooks were kind of boring, so they don't have a lot of color. And I try to experiment, and these drawings are from my friends here who actually recommended that I do this sketchbook video. Yeah. This is when I was dabbling into older sketchbooks and I found some characters I had forgotten about, and I tried to decide how I would draw them if I were to redo them now. Maybe it's better if I stand up. I'm sorry guys, this is a mess. Some more old characters. This was when I was dreaming of going to art school. An old friend, we are not friends anymore, and that's like a whole story, but she went to college and they were doing figure drawing, and so I felt, hey, I should start doing that too. More sketches. Of course, you have Sans, because Sans is the man. Wish I had more to show you guys. I kind of don't want to start with a sketchbook because I feel like there's not enough information. The character I'm working on a story with, and more concepts I was doing for some environmental pieces. I don't even know. Don't ask. I don't even know. Like, going through this is like me going through it again for the first time because I don't remember. Like, I'll remember after I look at it, but yeah. Drawing Chell. The only thing is the sketchbook is so big. I was at a time in my life I started to feel content. And I wish moments like that lasted forever. Oh, he's fun. I forgot about him. His name's Nico, and he's gonna be a part of the story I'm creating. My friend Sarah actually helped me with him. He's a good boy. Color concepts I was doing. And forgive me if I'm going too fast, or if there are things you actually would prefer that I stay on or show you. Since this was years ago, my brain only looks at what I think is interesting. Now, being older and having improved, so some things that you guys might find interesting, I might think it's bad, and that's why I don't stop and like go into detail. I just kind of flip through. It's me studying eyes because I felt like all of my eyes looked the same, and I was getting really frustrated. And then some skulls, because skulls are cool. Which, funny story, when I was a kid, I really feared the human skeleton. I don't know why. I remember the SpongeBob movie, and one of the enemies were these two little skeletons. I said SpongeBob, it was Scooby-Doo, but I was terrified. This is a little doodle telling me to keep my drink in my mouth because somehow it always ends up out of my mouth. I don't know if it's because I have big lips or I don't know. But they elude me. Lucy, I draw her a lot. She's like my daughter, technically. This is, oh, I remember these. I was actually on a road trip when I drew these. Going to see a friend who lived in, she was a Marine. And we were going to go visit her. And I'd either just gotten into the game Madness Returns, or it just came about it. And it was really interesting, so I liked it. Just more stuff based off of that game. Trying to add more color. Sailor Moon, my girl. Fun fact, the entire reason I started drawing was because I wanted to be a Sailor Scout. And still waiting for that moment. Even if it kills me. More sketches. This is when I was imagining Aladdin as a woman because it was a good movie, but something tells me it would be even better if he was a woman. I don't know, just saying. This piece is kind of messy, so. Here's Meg. Sorry, I'm supposed to get a package, so I'm like looking. Even though it says it's 8 hours away. It's said that for like 2 days now. But it said it was supposed to arrive today, so I don't know. I don't know if they were just like, forget about it. This was when I still worked at GameStop, and a guy friend and I created MBT. Maximum Booty Tickle. I heard from another YouTuber, which was funny. But that was our logo. More random sketches. I think these are from my old friend. No longer friends. Like I said, whole nother story. Let's see. Oh, I forgot about him. It was an idea I had, and I won't get into it right now, but this dorky guy finds a crown and pretends like he is a princess. That was the twist he was saying, he's a princess. And some people believe him, some people don't. Because obviously he's a guy, but like, I don't know, it was just a dumb idea. Some more sketchies. I miss sketching, like looking through these. Some of them aren't the best, but some of them make me actually want to get back into sketching. I'm sorry it's so zoomed in. I don't have like a camera, so I'm using my phone. This is the best we got to work with, so this is where we're going. Do that because I realized I was drawing no like LGBTQ love in anything I drew. Well, I actually didn't draw a lot of romance anyway, because I'm just an awkward potato, but it's after I saw Deadpool. Wow, so old. That's how I'm feeling at this current moment. That's Lucy and Wes. His design changed so much. Oh my gosh. In the future, I might get more into his story or their story. Because they're a team. I was trying to practice male fashion here. And then here. It's a little beauty. This is kind of filming really long. So I'll probably cut my other sketchbooks into different videos because I don't want these to be 10 million hours long. Like literally no one has time for that. This was when my brother came home with a poncho, but it turned out it wasn't a poncho, it was a blanket. But he cut into a poncho. And I don't know, it was really strange. Here's some faces. I was studying because I get in these spurts where I'm like, everything looks dumb, everything looks weird. So then I just spend an amount of time just practicing faces. Like in my next sketchbook video, the next year, or the 2 years after, when I was actually going into college, like I started the next one before and as I was starting college, you'll see a lot of random faces and figures. Cause I'll try to go from my brain, and then after a while I just get so frustrated, and like I guess I should actually practice. Some more sketchies. case you cared. I'm sure no one did. But I am, and it's really hot. I'm gonna take it off. Because I forgot that we just moved into a new apartment, and we can't control the heat, and for some reason the only really cold room is the bedroom. And the living room where I am is always very warm. And I forget that every time when I go to put on this onesie and then come into the living room. These two kids are from another story. And then this is my girl Ava. She's a fighter. I actually kind of like those sketches. I think they look kind of cool. Encouragement. Number 1 should come from yourself. So many artists talk trash on themselves. So yeah, believe in yourself. Bet you didn't think you were getting some encouragement. I literally talk too much. Okay, this is when I went to the aquarium. Oh, wasn't expecting a little picture there. Even I was surprised. These are more character concepts for my comic Lucy. It's not the title, but her name is Lucy. This is when my mom kept talking about a woman she knew at work named Gil, and I couldn't help but just picture a fish. Not saying Gil looks like a fish. I've never met her. Sure, she's a lovely woman. Some more sketches of men. Fun fact, I don't really care for how my men look, and that's why I need to sketch them more. More faces I was practicing of men because they elude me. Sailor Venus, because she's my favorite. It took me years to realize. More character art. Masks for her. So this concept art for Lacey's bedroom. And like the layout of how I wanted everything and how I wanted the dresser and furniture to look like. I don't know why there's a belt there. I think I was, excuse me. I think I was practicing belts because for some reason I was wondering about how they work. My brain was getting it confused. It's more concept work. Supposed to be Lucy's school teacher. Her name's Mrs. Cox. She's supposed to be a really nice lady. I couldn't decide if I want to give her short curly hair or just short shaved hair. This was for when I was working for a smaller company. I was creating a character for them. She was a mage. And like all the notes with it. Practicing bigger ladies for Miss Cox and Lucy's mother, who is a bit bigger. It's like nostalgia. I haven't been in a sketchbook in a while. Like sometimes I'll go through my old sketchbooks to find sketches that I like. Maybe ideas I've written down but forgot. So I'll have something to draw. There's more still life stuff. Okay, so as I actually entered college, this is before that, I found still life is actually really enjoyable. Like for me in particular, if I'm like having a stressed day and I don't know what to draw and I think everything I do looks like crap, if I sit down with like a cup of coffee and do a still life, everything is like great. I feel like my brain doesn't have to think as hard because I've kind of just succumbed to the idea that drawing from life, just draw what you see. Like, I have to ignore what my brain tells me because I don't know anything. Okay, that sounds mean. I know some things, but I trust that I don't know everything, which is a fact. So when I just kind of try to trust in my eyes and what they see, I feel like things work out better. And then they don't, and then when that happens, you know, you just close the sketchbook and you come back because taking breaks is okay. These are from Witch. It's also a great TV show. I loved. More guide practice. Oh, I drew Cornelia, but she looked strange. So I was trying to fix her face, and it still looks strange. And I redrew her again. I don't know if it's in this sketchbook. But when I did redraw her, it looked a lot better. I just never actually... These are old characters. I never actually colored her. Sorry if I stop mid-train of thought. I do that a lot. Another story idea I had. It was supposed to be like this younger girl. Her older self comes back in the future to help her stop something. I can't remember, it was so long ago. But she's like, oh, I want to be a hero too. And they basically fight crime together. This was for that small company again. I actually enjoyed working on him the most. Back during the time I still struggled a lot with guys, but once I felt like I had his personality in my head, he was quite enjoyable to work on. This is a character me and my friends there came up with. Her name's Tessa, and she hates humans. She's supposed to be an alien, but that's like her human form. Oh, notes from artists I watch on YouTube. Like, I can't remember the artist that said this, but he's a really great concept artist, and he said all man-made objects are symmetrical, which I thought was a good thing to remember for if I ever dabble into concept art of, like, machinery or anything man-made. That'd be nice. Oh my gosh, I kind of still want to do this. This was an idea I had about how if you play video games, like a character can literally have an arrow sticking out of his head. But if his health bar is good, he's like good to go. So. Black rock shooter. Foreshortening hand. I don't know if you can tell it's a hand. Yeah. More characters. Kind of looks like Jonah Hill. I don't know if it is. But. Alright guys, I'm back down again. Sorry, I'm like not really feeling good today, but the one made for my horror game. Let me know your feedback on what I can do better. I mean, keep in mind I'm technically strapped. Unless you guys know like some wizardry where I can film like a god on my little iPhone 8 Plus until I get an actual camera. That would be amazing. I had an idea about a woman who, actually I'm not gonna say it. I have an Instagram. The link will be below. If you scroll through it, you can find this picture. Okay, I'll say it, whatever. Okay, so it was about this sister who lures in men, promising them a tasteful night. And when they get there, it's really for her sister. Well, she says it's for her sister, but they just assume it's gonna look like her, and that's what greets them. I'm skipping these because these are some notes. Not really anything interesting about that. There she is. I redrew her. I think she looks a lot better. Maybe I'll color her, or maybe I'll just let the past pencil sit historically in its greatness. Krampus. This was when I was working 3 jobs. I drew this on my break, and literally I had a 30-minute break and I started drawing this, and I'm kind of a fast sketcher, and literally I had 5 minutes left and it was a disaster. I felt like I had no time to do anything. I didn't have time to sleep. I didn't have time to have a life because I just got my car, and I'm really paranoid about financial everything. So I was like, oh my gosh, I need 3 jobs. Even though my car bill isn't even that insane. I'm just insane. So. Okay, so this shouldn't actually be here. This is actually when I was in college. I didn't know I put it in the sketchbook for safekeeping, obviously, by the tears. We had to illustrate a children's book. And I chose this really funny one about this ladybug that wanted to like fight everyone. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. I'll try to find it, but yeah. So that's not a part of the sketchbook. It's just wound up in there somehow. And Sailor V wasn't happy with how she came out back then. Still ain't happy. End 6/27/2016. It's 2 years ago. Wow. Hand piece. Yeah. So, and then this shows your cat from Alice, American Mickey's Alice. So guys, that is my beat up rundown sketchbook the year before college. The next video I will put in the first sketchbook starting out. I went to a 2-year college, so I have 2 to 3 sketchbooks from that time. So yeah, if you liked it, I would appreciate a thumbs up, and if not, I don't know, constructive criticism is always welcome. So yeah, I'll leave it here, because that kind of looks nice. Who am I kidding? This freaking sketchbook's falling apart, it's got tape. I tried to save it, I'm a mess. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Bye.